Hello everyone, welcome to the Stoicism and Spirituality channel. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most well-known emperors of Rome, is also remembered as one of the greatest philosophers in history. In his meditations, he left us powerful lessons on how to live with wisdom, virtue, and inner peace. The true Stoicism of Marcus Aurelius is not only about resignation in the face of difficulties, but about how to turn every challenge into an opportunity for growth and self-mastery. In today's video, we will explore the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and how we can apply them in our daily lives to live with more balance and control over our lives. The first lesson from Marcus Aurelius that we should carry through life is the importance of focusing on the present. He said, "What is in front of you and around you at any moment is what truly matters." Often, we get caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. Marcus Aurelius teaches us to live in the now, to be fully present in the moment, and to act according to the current circumstances. Example, imagine you're dealing with a problem at work and start worrying about the future. Instead of wasting energy on those fears, you decide to focus on what is within your control at the moment, solving the situation in a practical and balanced way without getting carried away by what hasn't happened yet. Another central teaching of Marcus Aurelius is the idea that to be truly free, we must detach ourselves from external things. He reminds us that our happiness should not depend on external factors such as wealth, status, or the opinions of others. True freedom comes from within, from our ability to live according to our own values and principles, without being influenced by what is beyond our control. Example, you realize you've been overly concerned with others' opinions, whether at work or on social media. Marcus Aurelius teaches us to free ourselves from these worries, focusing on what we can control, our thoughts and actions. You decide to act according to your own principles without worrying about others' judgment. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius also spoke a lot about the concept of accepting what we cannot change. He believed that suffering often arises when we try to control the uncontrollable. Instead, he teaches us to accept with serenity what we cannot change, and to focus our energy on improving ourselves and our actions. This is one of the pillars of Stoicism, understanding that some things are simply beyond our reach. Example, you receive an unfair criticism from someone you respect. Instead of reacting with anger or trying to change that person's opinion, you remember Marcus Aurelius's teachings and decide to accept the situation. You acknowledge that their behavior is not within your control and that your peace of mind doesn't depend on it. You stay focused on being the best version of yourself. Marcus Aurelius also teaches us that to achieve true wisdom, we must cultivate self-discipline and virtue. For him, virtue was the only true good and the key to a fulfilled life. He believed that self-control was essential to living in accordance with reason, and that we should make decisions based on logic, not our emotions or momentary impulses. Example, you find yourself in a situation where your first reaction is anger or frustration, but instead of acting impulsively, you remember that true virtue lies in acting with calmness and reflection. You choose to respond in a controlled, rational manner without letting your emotions take over. One of the greatest lessons Marcus Aurelius leaves us is how to deal with adversity. In his writings, he said, "What affects us are not the things themselves, but our opinion of them. This means that often it's not the external events that cause us suffering, but the way we interpret those events. The true Stoic, according to Marcus Aurelius, is the one who can turn challenges into opportunities for growth. Example: you face a personal difficulty, such as the loss of a loved one, and instead of being consumed by sadness, you remember Marcus Aurelius's words. You see this as an opportunity for growth, to learn how to better cope with pain and accept the impermanence of life, maintaining your inner peace. Another important point that Marcus Aurelius addresses in his meditations is the need to constantly reflect on our actions and thoughts. He practiced daily self-analysis, questioning his choices, motivations, and whether he was living according to his principles. He teaches us that constant reflection is crucial for self-development and for maintaining control over our emotions and attitudes. Example: before going to bed, you take a few minutes to reflect on your day. You ask yourself, did I act with virtue today? Was I patient, just, and resilient? What can I improve tomorrow? This practice of daily reflection helps keep your mind focused on growth and wisdom. Finally, Marcus Aurelius teaches us that we should always act with the common good in mind. He believed that we are all connected and that our actions should be guided not only by our own interests, but for the good of everyone around us. The Stoic seeks to live in accordance with universal reason, justice, and integrity, treating everyone with respect and dignity. Example: you realize that in a moment of conflict, your first impulse is to act only thinking of yourself. However, you choose to reflect on the needs of the others involved and act in a just and balanced way, seeking the good of all, instead of simply defending your own position. The teachings of Marcus Aurelius show us that true Stoicism is not just a philosophy to face life's challenges, but a way to live with wisdom, discipline, and tranquility. By focusing on the present, accepting what we cannot control, cultivating virtue, and seeking inner peace, we can live with more balance and more freedom. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who needs to hear this, and let me know in the comments. Did this video help you? Subscribe to the channel for more content on philosophy and personal development. Don't forget to watch these other 2 videos and further enhance your knowledge.